guys, what is up? Here is a little channel update brought to you by Force Will US. Got Chris here with us too. How you doing today, Chris?
I'm doing great, Matt. It's good to be back on the channel. Update before you head off on your adventures, but we got a lot to talk about, so let's get started.
Sure.
So let's talk about Caturday. Oh man, that event was so sick, and I'm not the only one that's been saying that. I think I could speak for pretty much everyone that was there. They just had an awesome time. We had a 56 player
Yep.
event. 56 players from 4 or 5 states. I know it
I
was,
think it was 5 in total still.
yeah, pretty awesome. Really great event, really well run. Thanks, Matt, and the guys at GG. Uh, Shout out to store manager Dan Cato and all the guys that work there at Gamers Gauntlet. Really awesome, awesome event. Um, Matt, why don't you go through your experience being the head judge of that?
Sure. So, yeah, first real event that we had with any amount of people, and it was definitely a little hectic the first couple of rounds, just getting everyone seated, making sure all the rules were in place. We had a couple different announcements in those first couple of rounds, just what is prize support, what about the side event, and all that good stuff. But I was really surprised, to go directly into results. I know some people were surprised that we had 6 Grim players in top 8 and 2 Abdul. All right, first off, there should have been 4, but I put all those Grim players in top 8. Sorry, not sorry. People asked me what deck to play, and it was a really good one. So if you want to ask me what I play going to ARG this weekend, it would actually be Wind Dark Light Grimia, the list from Italy with a few minor tweaks. So if you want my meta call going into this weekend, there you go. That's what it is. The thing to note, between 9th through 16th, a lot of people that finished 4 and 2, still a very respectable placing and they very good showing. What you guys didn't see is we had Bahamut decks, we had Liberator or Wind decks, and there was a couple more Grim variants. I think there was one more Grim control player where only one made top 8. So the variety did happen after top 8, but Oddgrow Grim, Bloody Grim, and Abdul really took a lot of the places at Caturday. Decks are very, very good.
Yeah, not to mention that I believe there was at least one Salt dot deck in the top 16.
Yeah, shout out to Mr. Franks for being the disciple of the Salt. Had a very strong 4T. Started off 0-1 actually, and his other loss was only unfortunately due to a misplay. So we should have had a Salt deck in top 8, and that would have just made my day. Oh my god, that would have been so great. So someone wants to repeat it this weekend at ARG, be my guest. So
Yeah, it was kind of a heartbreaking loss for me. Speaking of misplays, um, I was basically one turn away from being in top 8 at 4-1-1. Instead, ended up 3-2-1. Yeah, that's all right though, because I really like the guy who beat me to get in top 8. Really nice guy. Shout out to Mr. Yang. Um, and it was just a lot of fun. Exhausting. Longest tournament I'd played in a while since the Kaijudo days. So. Definitely, it was good to get back to that length of tournament, but man, it was tiring.
yeah, the pro tip is do not play a deck you haven't played before an event the day of the event, unless your name's Brian Lee. Shout out to him. Playing second,
Yeah,
we switched his deck driving up in the event. He's like, "What should I play?" I haven't played in the major event. I've only played one other Force of Will event. He's like, "What do I play?" I'm like, "Oddgrow Grim. It's really good. It was good before MPR, got insanely better after MPR. And what do you know? He placed second. So
yeah.
wow,
He's, I
again,
mean,
major props.
I mean, for those of you who know Brian Lee, we all know he's a really good card player. I expected him to
Yep,
do good things with Force of Will, and he proved it. I mean, second place in the biggest tournament in the United States so far as I know. So,
yep.
like, props to him. Yeah. So Caturday, awesome, awesome event. Abdul took the whole thing, right? Did you
Yep.
talk about that already?
No, the Abdul player was playing a Wind Dark Fire variant, and like if we go back to the Italy Open days, how Dark Pandora took first, a lot of people were initially surprised, and it was just no, that was very much a meta call, dominated the event, and we saw that again at Caturday. Shout out that had a very good props to calling, knowing what the meta was going to be. I think we had 16 Grim decks out of 56, and he literally played Grim every single round, save 1 or 2, and only dropped one game the entire tournament. Not a match,
Oh,
game. Um, yeah, so if you're expecting if you're gonna go up against Grim all day, there's no better ruler than Abdul or J ruler than Abdul. It's just not a good matchup for Grim players whatsoever.
yeah. I just watched him stomp when I was doing some commentating in the top eight. Uh, it's just crazy. It's just absolute domination of Graham.
Yep. But going on to the other exciting news, I know you guys have maybe heard me talk about in the US page. So there is a judge test that is in the works. It is happening. The first test will be given out at ARG St. Louis this weekend. The test isn't final, so the people that take this judge test this weekend will be rule advisors, and will continue to update the test and modify it. But the ultimate goal is that if you want to be a judge at a regional event, say of Hawaii, because I'm not going to Hawaii, if you want to be a judge, you need to show up to the event and take the judge test before the event. I will let everyone know if it's going to be Friday night before the event or Saturday morning, the day of the event. I realize this might not be ideal for everyone because there's just travel obligations to get in the way. With work, I can't get there as early as I'd like to for a lot of the regionals. So
Yeah.
if you want to be a judge for the event, we really appreciate everyone coming out and it's going to volunteer for it. But ultimately, there's going to be a judge test and you'll have to pass the interview. And, I know a lot of people are going to immediately ask, what's compensation going to be? There's going to be an announcement about that down the road once we actually have things figured out and, figure out how many judges we're going to need. So if you're at St. Louis ARG this weekend, 100% take the judge test, post in the Facebook group. I'll be more than happy to, administer that this weekend. And this will be the Force of Will official, air quotes because I don't have a better title for it yet, judge test to become a judge for the game.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. It's I know so many people have been asking about it, and it's kind of nice to see it finally coming to be. Like everything seems to be happening so quick now with all these announcements of competitive play and all these sweet promos, and now we've got judges lined up. It's just awesome.
Yep, definitely looking forward to the promos, and there's a couple more goodies coming out for that down the road. So very excited to have more information for you guys on that soon. So. We talked about ARG a lot. Chris, you want to talk a little bit more about ARG and the organization in general and what they're bringing to the table for us for Force of Will?
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, ARG or Alter Reality Games is a store, but it's a lot more than that. It's based out of Akron, Ohio, and they host major tournament circuits for different games. Their biggest one, the one they're most well known for, is their Yu-Gi-Oh! Circuit series. It's probably the biggest Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament scene in the country. Correct me if I'm wrong, Matt, but I'm pretty sure
they take the cake on that one.
Yeah.
Jim is a great guy. He's done a lot of stuff for that game, and I'm pretty sure the game is still surviving on his back. I'll be as bold to say that Jim has done a just astronomical amount of work for that game.
Yeah, well, I mean, anyone who knows anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! And Konami knows that Konami does not like to support their tournament formats with actual money. So I'm pretty sure Konami hates Jim, but we all love him very much so. Because he does such a fantastic job with that community, and we are super excited that he has decided to do the same with Force of Will. He's basically taking his tried and true format and just switching it over to another great game with Force of Will. With the first tournament this weekend, if you're watching this relatively close to release, June 6th and 7th, in St. Louis, Missouri. So the first tournament in the Force of Will circuit series for Alter Reality Games. Gonna be awesome. I believe he's doing the same type of points system for rankings and things like that, Matt. I'm not too sure.
We haven't hammered out the details yet, but that's hopefully something that we're going to implement in the future.
Yeah.
And again, it's just we're expecting about 100 players so far for the event, so I'm looking forward to meeting everyone. But I have a very long weekend ahead of me to look forward to. But it's going to be great. Just Force of Will nonstop Saturday and Sunday. I'm actually really excited for it.
That's going to be awesome. Yeah, so it's for those of you who might not have realized or, kind of just heard offhand, this is a huge deal for the game of Force of Will that Alter Reality is picking up this game as part of its circuit series. It's so big.
Just on the exposure level alone, that's going to help get more people in the game, get more people noticed what is Force of Will across the U.S. But it gives us another opportunity as players to go out to these events and very easily have 75 to 100 player events, that are going to, bump up the competitive scene more so than what you might see at a local level. So yeah, major credit to Jim and ARG for being able to pick up the circuit and doing it, basically without hesitation. I think Rob reached out to him originally, It's like, yep, we're just gonna do this, and he had no reservations on doing it. So I really strongly want to emphasize that everyone should be going to those events when you can. Strongly support him and everything that he's doing because Force Will is going to be doing really great things thanks to ARG and getting the exposure out there.
Yeah, it's just really just an all-around great company. I remember when I was back in the Kaijudo days, Ultra Reality was one of the main sites I'd go for to buy Kaijudo singles. So, anyways, moving on from that, talking about other competitive play, Matt. Season 1 is quickly upon us. Season 1 of the competitive circuit, the regional qualifiers for the Force of Will World Championships.
Yeah, so this is just absolutely exciting. We are very. I wish I could tell everyone what's going on behind the scenes, but super lucky to even have a season 1. It's been so much work, but for those of you that don't know, we're going to have these qualifiers. There's going to be one in California, one in Houston, Texas, one in Chicago, one in Rhode Island, and then if you're in Hawaii, you also get your own regional in Hawaii. So that is pretty amazing news. Now, unfortunately, I will not be able to make it to the one in Hawaii.
Why not? Come on, come
If
on.
someone wants to, pay for the plane ticket to get me down there to judge the event, sure, I'll
And
be more than happy to.
if somebody also wants to pay for my plane ticket to go play, let's
Uh,
come on.
yeah,
Come
so
on. Where's the button?
so I will be the judge for all those events, except Hawaii again. And back to what I said about the judge test, if you would want to volunteer and help us out and become a judge, I will be administering a judge test at those events. So, two things, if you're not familiar with these events. One, FOWTCG.com. It is on the main website. Please go check it out. We have pre-registration links that are up. We have the dates, the times, all that good stuff, everything you need to know about the events. If you're on our Facebook group page, Force of Will US TCG, I made an events banner so you can click on the event. I'll post all the updated info, playmats, promos, if there's any changes to the time of the events. Anything you want to know about that particular event will be posted in that event page. Cannot stress that enough. Please use those two resources when you're planning your trips. Or if you want to carpool, get everyone in that events page, figure out what cities or states people are coming from, and get that information connected so people can carpool and we can get more people to these events. The players are going to cap out at 200. Houston's 250 if I'm not mistaken, but we'll just say 200 players in general. So please make sure you pre-register if you want to be guaranteed a spot, or we will have sign-ups the day of as well.
It's super hype train. Like, obviously for us in Michigan, the Chicago one's going to be pretty easy to get to relatively.
Yeah, quick drive.
You could actually take that hype train, the actual train down to Chicago.
You literally can get aboard the hype train, folks.
Yes, literally.
Yeah, so I look forward to, again, check those dates, check the Facebook group for all that information, and I really look forward to meeting everyone I can. Chris and I are both going to be at Chicago 100% for sure. I think Chris might be trying to make one other event, but we will be bringing you coverage in some form. I'm currently trying to get funds together for a camcorder to record a feature table for all the regionals. I'll let you guys know how that goes. It's going to hurt, but I'm going to try to make that happen for everyone because I know they want to see matches. They want to see coverage, so we won't be able to stream the event, unfortunately, but you can follow us on Twitter at FOW101. We'll be tweeting pairings, what's at the top tables, all that good stuff, and then we'll hopefully have recorded matches for you after that. But enough about that. Chris, are you ready for this?
Are you guys ready for the contest?
We have the 1,000 sub results, finally.
Yes.
All right, so major countdown. 3, 2, 1.
What? There's 6 winners? Holy crap. Okay, guys.
Chris, you want to talk a little bit about this? Talk about how we have... Why do we have 6 winners? We were... What happened?
So we have 6 winners because 2 people from the last contest didn't respond. So we had their prizes sitting around. We're like, you know what? Let's just throw them into this 1,000 subscriber giveaway contest. So we have a total of 3 Elvish Priest winners.
Full play sets.
Full play sets of promo Elvish Priests. That's Peter Johnson, Far Left 90, and Zach Diesel 13. Congrats to those guys. And then obviously the 2 life counters. You'll have your choice, so please message us with your choice. Glay and Xander Combs. Congrats to you two. They are awesome life counters. And then our 3-packs winner is Zach Willems.
So congrats to everyone again. So please, 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 please make sure you message us so we can figure out where these are going, who's
Yes,
getting
please.
them, and we will ship them out as soon as we can. I'm going to be gone for ARG all weekend, but come Monday then or Tuesday, we can get them shipped out to you if you respond to us over the weekend. So,
Yeah.
100% hype. Thank you so much, everyone. I think we're up to 1,300 subscribers now.
Oh, it's so
I
awesome.
don't know how it's happened, but thank you for everything that you guys, all the love and support you guys have shown us. We're going to keep doing everything we can to improve our channel. New artwork, thanks again to Mr. Hop, who did all the images for us. We're going to hopefully get an intro video up here sometime soon. Really
Yeah.
trying to bring up to speed everything we can. Live matches will be coming in from Caturday. Maybe some stuff from ARG will be available as well. Just doing everything we can to bring you guys as much content as possible. So again, please message us on either. You just get a hold of us somehow. If you are one of these winners, get a hold of us. We want to send you your prizes.
Yes, I really wanted to hear back from all three from the last one. It didn't work out that way. And if we don't hear from you this time, the next subscriber giveaway will probably be like 2,500, maybe.
Yep.
So I can't guarantee that this playsets of Elvish Priests will be sitting around waiting for the next giveaway.
But we'll do something equally, if not better, for the next giveaway
Yeah.
that we can.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
right now it's just going to be looking at travel costs and now trying to buy a camcorder for recording lengthy, long matches. We use my digital SLR for a while, but it can only record 12-minute match intervals. And for you guys, I don't want to be having a lot of cuts in the videos or a lot of transition errors. So trying
Yeah.
to increase the production value, if you will, for the next
Yeah,
videos that we do.
that camera's perfect for deck techs, not so perfect for live testing.
Yep.
So
All right, Chris. This little video has probably been long enough. We got a lot of information for you guys. If you're going to be at ARG this weekend in St. Louis, be more than happy to stop by, give me a hug. Free hugs all weekend. Foul selfies, interviews will be happening as well. Chris, what are your closing thoughts for the guys today? Guys and girls?
just guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. I know there was a ton of info, so if you got to the end of this video without skipping anything,
Kudos.
make sure use the word fanboy in your comments down below. Use the word fanboy if you made it all the way to the end of this video without skipping, because you guys are the best. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, that's all I got, man.
Don't forget this button over here, guys, right in the middle of the page. Always subscribe if you're visiting us new. And again, like, subscribe, drop us an email at ggforcible@gmail.com. We always love hearing from you guys. But that's all we got on this episode of Forcible 101, and we'll catch you guys next time. Have a good one.
Peace out.